Hi, I'm Peter Davis. I'm one of the co-founders of Tech4 Consulting. We're a small Unit4 ERP partner that specialises in customization, integration and report engine technical consultancy. What I'm going to show you today is the Tech4 Authenticator. This is a custom authenticator for Unit4 ERP, which allows you to add multi-factor authentication to standard Unit4 ERP users. So let's dive straight in. When you unzip the authenticator that you receive from us, it will have several files with it. All we need to do is run the install Powershell script. This needs the back office data source name, which in my case is demo M7. And what this is going to do is it's going to load the required ACT components into the database. Along with this, we run some ASQL scripts which create menu entries as well as other system parameters that are required to run. We give it our client and it'll go away and do that, as well as creating a custom database table. Now, under normal circumstances, when you're installing an ACT in a system, that's all that should be required. But with authenticators, what we have to do is we have to tell the system about the authenticator. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into Unit4 ERP and I'm going to look for the authentication menu and authenticators. And in here, I'm going to add an authenticator. And all we need to do is add the mfa.dll file that comes as part of that installation package. So we choose that and we're going to select both lines and we're going to update the checksum. This makes sure that Unit4 ERP knows that this is a valid authenticator. And we're also going to tick the box to upload to ACT. Now that should have already happened during the install scripts, but we do it just to confirm things here. We save that. And then all we need to do is go into authentication setup, and this is where we tell the system where we want to use this authenticator. At the moment, this authenticator can be used in web and it can be used in desktop. So we're going to choose web first, and you can see in the list we've got our Tech4 Auth web. We're going to add that to the list, and then what you'll see is we've still got the original authenticator set up at the moment. I'm going to leave that in place while I'm testing, but once you're happy that everything is running properly, you can remove that from the system. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to check the default against our Tech4 Auth web. So that will be the one that runs first when someone logs into the system. Save that, and we're going to go and do the same with the desktop. And that should be it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just quickly perform an Iis Reset on the web server. This makes sure that when I come to log in the web, it's picked up the fact that we've changed the authenticator. Okay, and that's all restarted. So let's go ahead into web and fire that up. And what we're hoping for is that we initially shouldn't see much difference, but at the point after we put in the user's username and password, we'll come to our custom authentication screen. So we can see that we're using the Tech4 Auth web authenticator at the moment. So let's log in as system. And what's happened now is the authenticator has been installed and it's noticed that system doesn't have any authentication set up. So what I'm going to do is I can use any authenticator app I like for this. Google Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator. In this case, I'm going to use Authy by Twilio. So if I go into Authy on my iPhone and I go to add an account and I go to scan a QR code, it's going to recognize that QR code, and it even recognizes the Unit4 ERP and the system user. I can save that, and there we go. We've generated our access token, and I can now go ahead and use that in the MFA value screen. I'm just going to wait for this to count down because I probably can't type fast enough. So here we go. 084329. We're going to check that value, and we've logged the user in correctly. What I can do is I can log out just to make sure that everything is taken okay. And let's go back in again as system. This time we don't get our barcode because the system knows that we're already registered for of multi-factor authentication. So let's give them the new value in here, 06320. Let's go for 7 this time. And as you can see, it's been denied due to that not matching the token that I've been given on my phone. So let's set it to 209. And there we go, we're logged in again. Just to show that this is all hooked up correctly, if we close down Unit4 ERP and jump back in again, I'm going to make sure you can see this. Again, we're logging as system and it's asking for our token. So let's give this one 718505. Check the value and it allows us to log in. So there you go, quick and easy. It was as simple as that to set up. Now, the authentication app does come with some additional features. There's an administration screen where you can choose to reset users. You can also switch to using authentication via email. In that case, it looks for an email associated to the user or the resource associated to that user in the system. And when they go to log in, it will actually send them an email with an authentication code as part of that. All of this is explained in the configuration document. But yeah, that's it. That's all there is to set up. See you again.